Okay, so you've done the this research and you've done this data enrichment. Obviously, then comes the emailing part or the actual when you start running those flows. And the first thing obviously comes is the personalization and personalization at scale. So how does Clay play a role over here, or is it like Clay not that?
No, we do.
Okay.
Currently in Clay, we do personalized multi-touch sequences, and
Mhm.
so we don't really today handle like replies. We don't necessarily do like turn-based messaging. We don't do things like we don't necessarily automatically evolve the messaging based on responses. These are all kind of either capabilities that are available from partners that work with Clay, like Octave or Autobound or Scribe or Twain, or these are capabilities that are just kind of like net new in the market that it's not really clear if they're kind of fully working yet, and we might need additional versions of the big models to kind of get them to work. But for the stuff that Clay does, what we will do is provide an ability to create basically a personalized sequence or cadence for a contact. So everything from the first email to the second LinkedIn request to the talk track that an SDR might make when they make a phone call, all of that can be personalized based on the data that's enriched in Clay. And then we orchestrate it. So we'll send it to Gone or SalesLoft or Apollo or Outreach, where the message can be configured to be sent automatically. It can be configured in draft mode, where a sales rep might review it or edit it before they send it. But the content of the message, the account, the person we're contacting, why we're going after them, that is all kind of data enrichment that is done in Clay, and then we will orchestrate those results through these other platforms. Optionally, there actually is now a sequencer in Clay that you can use, but it's really for kind of pretty limited use cases where you just need to go from 0 to 1 on sending emails out like immediately. And so mostly what Clay customers do is they will do the messaging piece in Clay, and then they will send it to other platforms for the actual execution.
Okay, so okay, that's awesome. So in a way, we have identified the right person and maybe the right message, and maybe then the question comes of the right time. Okay, and again, it can be based on so many signals out there. The person himself interacting with your company website or doing
Yeah.
some dark search out there, or so how does that the right timing? How do you play with over there?
Yeah, the misconception with signals is the idea that once a signal is generated, you're going to either reach out to them immediately, or you're going to like tag a sales rep and say, hey, look,
Mhm.
this account visited this web page. It's the kind of thing that seems like it would work at a small scale where if you have 1 or 2 accounts, but when you're monitoring tens of thousands of accounts, you just either end up flooding customers with irrelevant messaging, or you end up flooding sales reps with notifications that they ultimately ignore. So my advice to customers is to keep signals and intent where it belongs at the top of the funnel, and use it as a way to measure the heat score in some ways of the account.